Hi, welcome back to another live stream. I'm JC. My business is Callie & Co. Okay, so last week what we were doing was working on underglazing this little like jam jar. So I guess we'll just continue with that. We're not done yet. Let me see. So we have 2 coats done there with the red, and then we left off with 3 coats done on the top. Let me just open up the container. Okay. I'm just like, I probably should wash the brushes or something. I forgot to like wash them, so they're kind of like it like dried on the brushes. Okay, so we should have 3 even coats on all of these lines. The horizontals are looking a little thicker, so that's interesting. I don't know. I guess we'll just jump right in. Let's see. I'm gonna like dab this in some water. Just a second. Okay, that's probably like too much water. Okay. All right. Okay, let's just try to get this to be like an even coat. Okay. Sorry, I kind of go into like focus mode when I'm trying to like get these lines to go on there nicely. And we're trying to get like an even thickness. All of that. I think I'll just like go over here. This one. Okay. And hopefully we can finish this today, maybe. I don't know. I always overestimate how long, or like underestimate like how long it's gonna take me to do something. Hopefully we can finish this. If we get finished early, we could work on the slab mug, which is still sitting over here. I should probably like check on all this stuff that we have in progress and just kind of like make sure everything's like watered. and like a good consistency. I need to like, I don't know. I've been like doing all kinds of other stuff. I didn't even like, I don't know. I thought I was gonna do something. Some of the stuff over the weekend, and I didn't. What did I even do over the weekend? Okay, I think like at least today I'd like to rehydrate some of this clay that's sitting here. Because that stuff has been like sitting there for a little while. I just don't want it to dry out too much. I mean, I guess it's fine if it does. I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I would just kind of like prefer to just work on it and then it doesn't dry out. Yeah. So over the past weekend, what did we do? We did some shopping. I had to do like some regular shopping for myself, and then I had to do some shopping for the office. We're doing our Halloween party tomorrow, which, so I'll put a banner up on Twitch to for a reminder for everybody. But I won't be online tomorrow because I'll be at the office. I don't normally go to the office, but we've just been having a few things that we've been doing where I have to go in. But yeah, we're doing a Halloween party tomorrow, of course, on Halloween. So I won't be online streaming. But yeah, I had to do some shopping. We're gonna paint some pumpkins, 'cause that's always fun. I told you guys I did some pumpkin painting last week. Our like apartment here like got some snacks together and like had like free pumpkin painting, so that was a lot of fun. It's kind of weird. Our office did like, we didn't plan that kind of like same thing based off of that. It was just like kind of a coincidence. I think it's just convenient, like and like a fun thing probably that a lot of places do for like Halloween. I think, I don't know, carving is a lot of effort. So I don't know. Painting's pretty fun. And you really do like so many things, like painting a pumpkin, or like I think you'd have to, I don't know, it takes a long time to carve a pumpkin. It's also that. Because you have to get the top off, clean all the seeds out, and then you can start carving. Um, so yeah. So I had to go get some paint and the pumpkins, and the grocery store that I am next to did not have any small pumpkins. So we had to kind of like, luckily the next store that we went to did. So I'm really glad that they did, because I did not like the idea of like running around town trying to find some place that still had tiny pumpkins. I probably should have gotten them earlier. But I don't know. I don't know. I know a lot of people that we don't really have a lot of things that bring people to the office. So people aren't used to coming to the office a lot, because we're hybrid, and like, I don't know. I just feel like people, might need more time to like decide if they're gonna like RSVP and stuff. So I was like, it's fine, you can RSVP by Friday, and then I'm gonna get the pumpkins over the weekend. And then I was like, wow, a lot of places don't have pumpkins. Or I guess like the one store that we went to didn't. The other, I didn't specifically go there for pumpkins, but there's another grocery store here at my apartment that didn't have any either. Like, they had like gourds, I think, but like, that's not what I wanted. So yeah, so we did like quite a bit of like just that kind of shopping, like getting the supplies and stuff, and we went to like the art store, and I don't know, just like a lot of going to stores, and went to like kind of like an outlet mall, and then we had to go to the pet store. I got Emmy, my bunny, I got her like the cutest sweater. It's like Sherpa, and it's kind of like a light, very light, almost white cream color. And then it has this really cute, like, perfect, like, kind of like light lilac, purple, pink trim on it. And then it also has like, it has like a hood on it. It's a little hoodie. And the hood has a little unicorn horn, and it has like a little mane, and oh my gosh, it's so cute, the whole thing. I mean, just like, it doesn't have to be a unicorn, just like that purple is just so pretty, with that kind of like cream. It's just really pretty. I was like, oh my god, this is so cute. So went to the pet store, got some treats, and got some stuff for Sumi. We didn't get her any treats. She already has enough treats. But yeah, I got Emmy some stuff. Had to get some more food for her. Let me just kind of like touch up this area. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna have that dry. And yeah, that was the day. It was just going out, going to all the stores. Let me see. Okay, so we have to go this way now. Yeah, we went out to eat. I usually like to kind of like go out to eat on the weekends, because my partner doesn't live with me, so like he's here and like doesn't have any food or anything, so I don't know, like we just usually go out to eat, or I don't know, sometimes he has something to eat, but I don't know, I guess whatever, depends on if he wants to have sandwich stuff here or something, I don't know, whatever. But I like to go out to eat, at least on the weekend. Kind of just like mixes things up. And I don't know. Yeah. So went out, got some stuff. And then we got, I got a notification from Steam that this game I put on my wish list was on sale. So I was like, oh, cool. So, I was kind of like, I don't know, like, I don't know, I'm really picky about games. So it's kind of like hard for me to figure out if I would like one or not. Like, I am very picky about games. Like, I really only have like a few that I will actually play. So I'm not really like, I don't know, I wouldn't say I'm like a gamer, because I feel like a gamer actually has like a lot of things that they would want to play. I play Minecraft, Sims, and then I played Cities Skylines for a while, but I haven't really played that for a while. That's kind of like a newer game that I got this past year. So I don't know if I can count it on my like favorites list. Like Sims, I've been playing that since like high school or whatever. Like I know I love Sims. I've been playing Minecraft for a couple years now, so I know I love that one. And then yeah, so I don't know about City Skylines. I do like that one. I wish I could like get other games that I used to play when I was a kid. I did play a lot of games when I was a kid. But now it's like they don't have updates or something, and it's just like some old thing that no one plays today, like Zoo Tycoon or something. Oh, I would love to get Zoo Tycoon to play. It's probably like I don't know, it's probably like really janky compared to like my memories of it. I don't know. I would love that. Okay, I'm gonna put this next to that one. I don't know, but I loved like a variety of those. Like the tycoons. I also really like the cruise ship tycoon. I did have that one when I was a kid. That I really liked. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I think we could start with the next coat for this one. Anyway, so, I was like, oh, this game went on sale. And then, like, because I'm so picky, there are, like, you know, like, not every game is multiplayer, and being, like, really picky, there are not many that I like that also are multiplayer, you know. It's just kind of, like, narrowing that down a little bit. So, my partner was, like, checking it out. I was like, yeah, it's multiplayer. Like, I was like, it looks pretty cool. This YouTuber, Call Me Kevin, I love his channel. He plays a bunch of different games. And he's not, like, a pro or anything at any of them, but, like, his content is just, like, that he's, like, funny. He's really funny. And he's played it a few times. It's called Project Zomboid. And I've been, like, looking at, like, like, I guess, like, kind of, like, looking at it, it would be a little bit hard to tell if I liked it, but it looks kind of fun. I really prefer kind of, I think you call them, like, a sandbox game, where you don't have to do anything specific, like you're on a quest or something. You know, it's like someone gives you, like, some quest and it's like, oh, okay, you have to go and do this thing and there's nothing else for you to do. I don't like that. I really like ones that are, like, open world. Obviously, I like Sims and Minecraft, stuff that is, like, I think that's the word, sandbox, where you're doing things and you're just kind of doing your own thing. You're creating your own adventure. I don't know. You're doing things that it's not like the game is saying, okay, you have to go and do this, and then that's all there is to do. So that's kind of like what I like. So it is kind of like that. So what it is like, so we did get it and we are playing it, but we're still trying to, like, figure it out. It is it's not even, like, officially released yet. It's like, I forgot what it's called, like the beta or something. So the things can change it and whatever. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm sitting here, like, trying to figure out, like, how many coats I put on these things. Just make sure I'm not confused. But I just figured out, okay, both of these should be, on their fourth coat done, I think. Okay, sorry. Okay, so it is, like, zombie apocalypse. You are a person. When you start the game, you can, like, choose their profession. Then they have a list of professions that you can be. And then some of those professions, they will come with certain, like, skills or attributes. And then, so I think you have to have those or whatever, with that profession, or maybe you can just like, maybe you can change them. I don't know if you can change the ones that like go with the profession. And then you can do other things. So, you have kind of like a good list and a bad list. And if you want like a lot of really good, helpful attributes for your person, like maybe they're a fast learner or fast reader, or they are super sneaky, or athletic or something. So you can add those good attributes, but then you have to like level them out with like bad attributes. So if you get a bunch of these good ones, you have to add on like a bunch of bad ones. And they all have kind of like different amounts that equal whatever. Like being clumsy, asthmatic, like they get hungry easily, they need to drink a lot of water. Like you can choose which ones, like you can pick and choose like the good and the bad ones. So it's kind of like cool. And then so you create your person. You can like it's not as detailed as The Sims in terms of like customizing like the way your person looks, but they have some pretty basic customizations. Hair color, skin tone, kind of like they have a couple options for like what they're wearing. So sometimes like the ones that have professions, like, or I guess I don't know if all of them do, but like if you're a doctor, they're gonna be wearing scrubs, but then you can change it out for like jeans and a t-shirt or whatever. And then like there are a few things. It's not really like The Sims where you have a lot of options for customizing, but that part I really don't think matters like that much. I kind of wish I could just like have like I guess I don't know if you can do it, but I wish I could like save a look like a person. Like, oh, they're gonna wear like this t-shirt, these jeans and stuff. Yeah. I'm just like, now I'm like not sure how many codes we've done. Okay, so we did have to do, so we went on this one twice. So I think this one had 3 codes. I think this one might be done. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at keeping track while we're on Twitch. Okay, I'm just gonna set these aside. I literally cannot remember how many coats we've done of each. It's especially because like we do like the one coat for the one lines and then the other ones. Okay, I'm just gonna set this aside and we can jump over to our mug and work on that. And I can't like replay the video here while we're live. I tried that before and it didn't work, so just so you know. Yeah. Okay. Let me just I'm gonna need to like quickly clean this off. Where's my I just have some water here because we are getting some underglaze on this. Okay, so let me move some stuff around. Yeah, anyway. Actually, the person creation part is a little annoying. In that game, because it's like, I don't know about you, but we're playing it as like, I don't even know. I think like maybe the longest I've gone without dying is like 20 minutes maybe. So let me just kind of like adjust. Let's take a look. Yeah, we got some, we can trim this. That's perfect. Yeah, so so you got your person, and then you can like choose a map. Currently they have 4 maps available, and they're kind of like, they're just like different cities, and like the layout is a little bit different. So you choose your map. Yeah, I think that's like pretty much it. Then you like jump into the game, and you're kind of like put into like a random like building. I've never been generally like outside, so you're like put in this random building. Probably a house. Obviously there are like more houses than there are like businesses. So like probably a house, and then you go around and you're like you're just getting stuff. You're like getting supplies, and like the houses like are not really like full of very many things, and you're just like let me see, I'll just put this here, I guess. Just like checking the fridge, the cupboards, shelves, drawers, like everything. You're just looking around the house for stuff. Yeah, you want to like grab some food, and I don't know, just like I'm not like, okay, obviously I have not like played it like very much. So I don't know like what you would do if you actually lasted longer than 20 minutes. There's like, I don't know, I think collecting things to actually cook real meals. Currently I just have my guy just eat an entire lime for a meal. Or like, I don't know, there's like, I found like tomato paste, and it's like, well, lucky for you, we've got some tomato paste for lunch. I think you're supposed to be cooking or something. I have no idea how to cook food in it yet. But like, you're always like on the run, like running away from zombies the entire time. So it's hard to just like sit in one spot and just like do things there. Because like the zombies will like, they'll look through the windows and like see you in a house, and then they like break in and stuff. Yeah, and then yeah, you're just kind of like running around, run away from zombies. You can like attack them, but like for the most part you need something to attack them with. And you have to like equip it and all this stuff. I don't know. I haven't really found like that many that many things. Like, not even all the kitchens I go into have knives. It's a little bit unrealistic in that aspect. Yeah. And then, if you die, so if you die because you got attacked by zombies, your person turns into a zombie and then is like walking around. But then if you just like died because of like cardiac arrest or something, or starvation, something unrelated, then you don't turn into a zombie. I think you just like disappear or something. And then you can just like, you go back and you create a new person and you can just jump right back into that game. Not missing a beat with like, if you're doing multiplayer, the other person's still there, doing things. I will say you will not like generate in the same spot, when you died. And then like when you start the game with someone else, you don't start together. You have like no idea where the other person is. So I guess a lot of that time you're either running from the zombies or you're trying to find the other person that you're supposed to be playing with. And then you can do things together. Yeah, that's kind of like a little overview. Sorry, I don't really have anything else to talk about. I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about right now. But that was fun. Sorry, I have like a hiccup. Okay. Perfect. This thing is looking like so huge. Hopefully, when it shrinks, it'll be a good size. I'm just hoping. I'm gonna have to like to do some measurements at different points and just kind of like see how it looks. And then make adjustments with like the next one I do or something. Okay. And then, let's see. Oh. On Thursday, okay. So Thursday, I took the day off. I just want to like get some time in before it gets really crazy at work. We are gonna be having like, we're gonna be having a Black Friday sale, and it starts like early, and it's just crazy. So I'm just gonna like take some random days off to just like have a chill time. Especially because like usually during Black Friday, like that period, we get Thanksgiving off, but then like I think like normal people like at like a different place, or like people that are not in my department, they get Thursday and Friday off, but we can't do that. And that, so like, I know that I am gonna have to work on Friday, on Black Friday, and then like I'm on call to work a 6-hour shift on that Saturday. So it's like extra time working, not quite as much of a rest as like other people get during the holidays. So I'm just gonna so I took this Thursday off. So partially because I have an appointment, but the appointment's at 2:00. So we're gonna have to change up the stream. I might cancel it for the day. I literally just remembered right now. So I don't know if I'm going to, I might cancel it. Or maybe I could jump on at a different time. I'll see kind of like what I feel like doing. But just so you know, we're gonna have, we're not gonna be on, I'm not gonna stream tomorrow, and then Thursday, something different is going on. Yeah. Maybe let me like zoom out a little bit. Anyway, why I was thinking about that was because I'm gonna go to the ceramic store after my appointment. So I'm like really excited about that. Because I have to go and grab some stuff. I got a Brent wheel, and Brent is like tied with Amoco, and they have this thing where you can get like a glaze rebate if you buy certain Brent like studio equipment, including like wheels. So I have to like go cash in my rebate for like it should be $100 worth of glaze by Amoco. So I have to actually like go to the physical store and pick those out. That's why I have to go, and you're supposed to like do it. So I contacted them. I contacted Amoco, and then they gave me like a 2-month window to go and pick it up. So I don't know. We're just gonna go. We're gonna see what they have. I kind of want to get one of those. Okay, I've already forgotten the name of it, but they have like a new series that came out. It's like, they're like, I don't know. The names is like something like Cosmic Glazes or something. And there's like 5 or 6, that are for like Cone 6. They are, like crystal glazes for Cone 6. They might, I can't remember what they said. Sometimes like Cone 6 glazes can be used at Cone 10. I can't remember if they are. But I'm just gonna like let you know. But they have like those new ones out. I kind of wanted to try the one that is, they have like quite a bit of like, there's a little bit of variety between them. And there's like this one that's like kind of like a whiter one that I want. That's, if you like go and look at their like Instagram, you'll know which one I'm talking about. You just have to like find the like post. I like the whiter one. And they all have like crystals happening. They look, I don't know if it's like specifically their textiles, but they have kind of like a different like look to them than other crystal glazes that I have seen. So I think that would be really fun to play with. So I'd like to get one of those. What else? I think they're just like releasing a bunch of stuff like since like, I don't know, I think like since like the end of August or something. They've been releasing a bunch of new stuff. So they have those kind of like, I don't know, I think they're like, it's like the cosmic glazes or something. And then they have a few more underglazes. I'm a little bit too obsessed with buying like all the underglazes, so I need to like restrain myself and not stop buying so many. I do need a couple, so we'll see. I don't know if that is involved in the rebate or not. And then I think they have a couple Celadons out. Yeah. They kind of made it look like a desert theme. So like all the new Celadons that they have is like, I don't know, it's like 6 maybe, 5 or 6. And then they like made a little ceramic piece and then a couple other individual pieces showing them off, like, but like as like a picture, like a landscape picture. So there's like a couple different oranges, orangey reds happening. There's blue and a green. I think that's all of them. I'm a little bit interested in the green, but I'm not sure if it's too similar to another glaze that I have. You know, I don't want to be buying like 2 that are basically the same looking. So I don't know. I have to kind of like think about that, and then I don't know. I wonder if I'm supposed to use it in one purchase, because like, I don't know, maybe I would wait and then see if they get more in stock or something. Because I don't know if they're gonna have like those new ones at the shop. We'll see. There are some other ones that I would like to try out, just based off of the like combination that they show like on their website. The majority of their available glazes have they show you like what they look like either on the top or on the bottom of all their other glazes. Sometimes there'll be like a few that don't have pictures, but a lot of them do. So I'm just kind of like going off of that and then seeing like maybe if there are a couple that I want to try. I'm also on the like unofficial Amoco Facebook page. And there, it's kind of cool. You can like, so, I mean, you could like ask people if you want, hey, does anybody have any pieces that show this glaze or something? But you can also just search the page. You can put in the name of the glaze, and then all of the posts that mention that will come up, and then you can see like, oh, okay, like, here's some examples of what this one looks like. Sometimes there'll be like different combinations showing it, and then people will tell you what those combinations are. Or maybe it's just that one glaze on it. The Facebook pages are so are such a great resource. I'm not on like all of the Facebook pages, but I'm definitely on Laguna and Amico's. I'm sure Mako has one too that I could check out. I don't actually have too many Mako glazes. But yeah, I don't know if Georgie's has a page. Georgie's is like pretty small. Who knows? I should go and like see if they do. Because like it's such a great resource. Like everybody's very helpful, or like there are other posts on there for troubleshooting, and it's really great to be troubleshooting with people that also specifically use that glaze that you're having issues with. Because they might be able to tell you, like, I don't know, like you need to put a thicker coat on it to get this color, or I don't know, or they'll tell you like, oh yeah, this is a super runny glaze, be careful of that if you're gonna get it, or that's not really troubleshooting. But like I don't know. Other things, they're very helpful, they're very cool. I also use Reddit to ask questions at r/ceramics. That's a really great resource. Of course, sometimes there are quite a few different reasons something might happen. But at least they'll kind of give you a starting point as to like things that you can try, and then see if you are able to fix it with any of those recommendations. Yeah, so it's pretty good for that. Where's my water? This handle is very dry. Sometimes, you can find glaze combinations on like YouTube once in a while. It's like, I don't watch too many of the YouTube ones. Sometimes it helps, and then sometimes it makes me more unsure. I did see Mako has, I don't know if they have a video for all their glazes, but I saw that, at least some of their glazes, they actually like sit down and do this whole overview of like one glaze, and they'll like show how it looks at different coats of it being brushed on, and I don't know, they'll give you like tips and stuff if there's anything kind of peculiar about it. And I think that's really helpful because it's a lot better than just looking at that single test tile that you see online. I mentioned before how I have like, I have Mako's Abalone, and that one is like, so the test tile, like the picture that you see on the bottle and like when you're gonna buy it, what it looks like is this kind of lilac color around there, but when you actually like fire it, it looks more like a cream. Like there's kind of like no purple in there. And I was like, what? I have no idea. Like, I have like no idea why. Because like when I watched the video, I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna watch this video and see like what is this supposed to look like? Like, what I keep getting, because I did it like twice, was that cream color, and I was like, okay, like what am I doing wrong? And like in the video, like the person like did like 3 coats of it and it still turned out cream, basically, for like the most part. There were like very tiny little hints of the purple in there, I think. I can't remember, but I was like, oh, okay. So this is supposed to be more like cream than a purple. Why is the picture on the bottle purple? I can't remember if like the purple, if you're supposed to do like a different cone, because like these kind of like mid-range cones are, a lot of the glazes will say 5 or 6. So I can't remember if like if you do it to cone 5 if it's purple, and then when you do it at cone 6 it's cream. I can't quite remember, but it was very it was really good to like watch and be like, oh, okay, like, because the colors can change depending on how many coats you put on, and I was like, is this just not going on thick enough? Is it too thick? I don't know. But then I like watched them do it, and when they did 3 coats, it was still like, they do like a test of like 1, 2, 3 coats. Like they do like those separate coats on this like test tile. I was like, okay, so I'm not really like doing it wrong. I still don't know. I have to watch it again. I cannot remember if there is a way to get it to be that purple color or not. That's what I bought it for. But it was like educational in that I was like, oh, okay, like when this person did it, it was also purple, like, or not purple, it was cream. So it's like, okay, well, I'm not really like doing it wrong, I think. I can't remember. I don't know if they ever really said how to get purple. It was a little while ago, but I don't know, just like watching them do it and like talk about it was informative. So sometimes you can find things on YouTube also for glazes. I haven't I just recently found the Mako channel, and then Amico has their own YouTube channel as well. I have not like gone searching for other channels, but there might be other ones out there for like Laguna, other things, maybe like Spectrum, Coyote. I don't know yet. I didn't look. I literally have 1 Coyote glaze. So I don't know if it's super helpful for me to be on their channel. I don't know. Sometimes they talk about other things too. Oh, are we at time? I think we're at time. My computer just like shut off. Oh, yes, we are. It used to like beep and tell me when the timer has gone off, but now it just like doesn't do that. It just like shuts my computer off. So that's fine. All right, so cool. We did things. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna squirt this. Try to get the handle a little bit. The handle is a little dry. So I think this is, maybe I'll just do a little more. Alright. I'm just like, dab a little bit more water on the handle. I don't want the handle like drying out like crazy fast because we still need to put some time into the mug, like the body of the mug, and like do that. Oh yeah, I wanted to like, I forgot, I wanted to maybe trim like the kind of like these corner areas of the handle so they would be like not quite as sharp as they are. They're not really sharp, but just like I just kind of wanted to like trim those down a little bit. I kind of forgot about that. That will have to be for Wednesday, I guess. So I'm just adding some more water all over the place here, just to make sure that it is nice and hydrated. All right. Cool. Just gonna cover this up, and then covering up like really wrapping it around the handle should be very helpful. And then I don't know, I'm just kind of like put some stuff on here. Okay, perfect. All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're on Twitch, be sure to follow along so you know when I'm gonna be online again and doing some more videos. Generally the schedule is weekdays 1 to 2 p.m. Pacific time, unless I have some kind of conflicting thing that just pops up, life. And then all of these videos are going to go onto my playlist on YouTube at Callie & Co. And we have like a whole archive there of the Twitch videos. This one is 51. So currently there are 50 videos for you to go check out that are for the live stream. And then there are other videos on there to look at too that are ceramic related, small business related, or just kind of like general art kind of content. If you want to go check it out, and be sure to subscribe there. Yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry I'm kind of a mess, and I'm like, I don't know, sometimes I just like pause and I'm like thinking, like I'm trying to like figure something out. Yeah, so we will continue on Wednesday with our next stream. And I guess that will just be continuing with the jam jar and our ceramic mug, our little slab built mug. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will catch you guys later, and I hope you have a great day. All right. Bye.